Hi guys, it's Morgan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the show Echo. Now, if you haven't seen the show Echo, there will be spoilers in this review. So stop watching if you don't want to be spoiled. So here's my review of the show Echo. Even though in Hawkeye it was clear that Maya's mom had died, since in the flashbacks of Maya when she was a little kid, she only had her dad. But it was still really sad to see Maya's mom die in the car accident. And we also saw that that accident was how Maya lost one of her legs. It was also really sad to see Maya be separated from her cousin Bonnie, since Maya's grandmother blamed Maya's dad for her daughter's death and wanted them to leave. But I liked that we got to see the flashbacks that we saw in Hawkeye. And I also liked that we got to see how Maya became the person that she was in Hawkeye. Since Kingpin is part of the show, it wasn't a surprise when Daredevil showed up. And even though Maya and Daredevil's first meeting was them fighting, I couldn't help but wonder if Daredevil would try and help Maya after she went against Kingpin. But that didn't happen. But maybe they'll cross paths again in the future. Even though Maya's cousin Biscuits promised Maya that he wouldn't tell the rest of their family that she was in town, it was obvious that they were going to find out. It was also really sad seeing Maya watching her cousin Bonnie, but wouldn't talk to her since they were really close when they were kids, and Maya even wanted Bonnie to come with her when she left with her dad. Even before seeing any trailer for Echo, it was pretty obvious that Maya didn't kill Kingpin in the Hawkeye finale, since we saw her point the gun at him, but we didn't see her shoot him. We just heard the gunshot. And the ending of the first episode of Echo confirmed that Maya didn't kill Kingpin. She just blinded him in one of his eyes, which still sounds pretty painful. It was good that Maya had someone to help her when she put a tracker in Biscuit's phone so he would be able to see where she was when she was on the train. But I was also worried that helping Maya would put Biscuits in danger. But luckily, Maya was able to do what she wanted to do, which was send a message to Kingpin's men by blowing up their warehouse. And even though Biscuits was understandably freaked out, he survived. But I didn't blame Henry for being upset when he found out what happened, since he knew that Kingpin's men were going to come after Maya. It was pretty funny seeing Biscuit's reaction when he realized that he accidentally told Bonnie that Maya was in town. But I also didn't blame Bonnie for how she reacted when she found out, and for trying to get Biscuits to tell her where Maya was. But when that didn't work, she texted Maya and asked her why she didn't tell her that she was in town. But the text went unanswered. I was worried for Bonnie when she went into the skating rink where Maya and Henry were being held captive. But I thought it was pretty smart when, as Henry was telling Bonnie to leave, he secretly let her know that something was going on. But before Bonnie was able to call for help, she was also captured and finally reunited with Maya. Even after Vicky betrayed him, it was admirable that Henry tried to give him an out, since he knew that Vicky would be killed. But I also thought that Vicky was an idiot, since he kept telling Zane and the rest of Kingpin's men that he would give them Maya if they gave him the money first. So it wasn't a surprise when Vicky was killed. When Maya, Henry, and Bonnie were about to be killed, but then Zane got a phone call that made him and the other men leave, it was obvious that the call came from Kingpin. And Henry obviously had the same thought, since he told Maya that there's only one person who could call the men off. And even though Maya told him that she shot Kingpin in the face, after seeing him for herself, she realized that Kingpin was still alive. I obviously didn't like the way the ice cream man treated Maya when she was a little girl, but it was pretty extreme when Kingpin attacked him. And it made sense that Kingpin didn't want Maya to see the blood on his jacket, but Maya saw him, and it was understandable that Kingpin thought Maya was going to be scared, but Maya ended up kicking the ice cream man, which Kingpin was clearly impressed about. I didn't blame Maya for how she acted while she was having dinner with Kingpin, since her feelings about him have obviously changed. And even though Kingpin gave Maya time to decide whether or not she was going to go back to New York with him, I was hoping that she wasn't going to go. And when she talked to Henry about it, it seemed like she was going to go with Kingpin. So I was very happy when she decided not to. I also thought it was cool when Kingpin gave Maya a device that would help him understand her and her understand him. But Maya did make a good point when she said that Kingpin only did that because he couldn't be bothered learning sign language. After seeing all of the flashbacks of Maya's ancestors throughout the show, I was glad when Maya's grandmother told Maya that what Maya had been seeing was the same thing that Maya's grandmother saw when she gave birth to Maya's mom. It was also really sad when Maya's grandmother told Maya that she couldn't bear to be around Maya because she was so much like her mom. And even though it would have been nice if they had reconciled in that moment, I didn't blame Maya for still being angry and for leaving. I wasn't surprised when Kingpin told Maya that he killed his dad. And I also wasn't surprised when Maya refused to kill Kingpin with the hammer that Kingpin had used to kill his dad, since I saw it as Maya telling Kingpin that she wasn't him, even though she has killed a lot of people in the past. I also really enjoyed seeing how upset Kingpin was when he realized that Maya wasn't coming with him. I was really worried when Maya's grandmother met Kingpin, since she obviously didn't know who Kingpin was, which meant that she was in danger. So it was good that when Biscuits texted Maya and asked her if she had seen their grandmother or Bonnie, Maya immediately knew that something was wrong and went back to save them. It was also a really sweet moment when Maya saw her mom, and her mom told Maya not to run, but to stay and fight. I loved seeing Maya, Bonnie, and their grandmother fighting Kingpin's men with the help of their ancestors. It was also a really sweet moment when Maya tried to get Kingpin to let go of his anger by trying to get him to block out the memory of his dad yelling at his mom, and And that made sense, since even though Kingpin is responsible for the death of Maya's dad, she still cares about him and still sees him as her uncle. And even though what Maya tried to do didn't work, she clearly did something, since Kingpin kept asking her what she did, and he seemed a little freaked out. I really loved that the show ended with Maya joining Bonnie, Biscuits, Henry, and her grandmother. It was really nice to see her reunited with her family. And we haven't seen the last of Kingpin, since the mid-credit scene showed that he's going to run for mayor of New York, which I'm assuming is going to happen in Daredevil: Born Again. Thanks for watching, guys! If you saw Echo, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And if you want to see any of my future videos, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.